Welcome back to another edition of Weekly Sports Talk. Alongside Kalehl Brown, I'm Jared Hilton. Iowa lost their bowl game 31-14 to Oklahoma. Kind of interesting that Iowa ended up playing Oklahoma in the bowl game. Oklahoma, first ranked to start the year. A lot of people, experts predicted them to get to the championship game. Really a team that looked like they had BCS Bowl hopes, and Iowa certainly didn't expect to be playing them at the end of the year, but what did you see in that game? And for all the players Iowa is bringing back, I think they're only graduating 5 starters. What are you going to look for out of their team next year with quite a veteran team?
Yeah, Oklahoma's a very talented team. Landry Jones, Ryan Burroughs, who was actually hurt in that game, and Oklahoma's a really talented defensive team as well, and they're just all around a great team. Yeah, Iowa fought really hard, though. They didn't get off to too good of a start, but they fought hard in that game, and they struggled offensively. The defense played a really strong game for Iowa. They played great. It was tough because Oklahoma probably is a more talented and a better overall team. Iowa just came out there and fought. The score doesn't show as close as the game probably was. You know what I mean? And Iowa played a really good game. I'm excited for next year, though. Iowa's got to be really talented. They have some young guys, some sophomore, juniors coming back for this next year. They'll be a pretty experienced group, all around the offensive side. Vandenberg's coming back, Marcus Coker, Keenan Davis, James Morris, Micah Hyde, Kirksey, all those guys. They're going to be a really good team next year, and I'm excited. Hopefully they can get to a BCS Bowl, and we'll see what they can do next year.
One of the starters the Hawkeyes losing is Marvin McNutt. You think that one's going to hurt? He's a big contributor to the offense. He's about the only guy they go to in the passing game, so they'll miss him for sure. Iowa State lost their bowl game 27-13 to Rutgers. They held it close with Rutgers. They played them pretty well, but things just didn't go their way in the end. How'd you see them playing?
Yeah, they played all right. Iowa State not putting up too many points on the board. They fought hard in that game too as well in the pinstripe battle. Down playing in Yankee Stadium. It would have been a good win for ISU, especially the way their season had been going. They got some big wins, but they weren't able to cap it all off. But Rutgers is a pretty good football team coming out of a pretty good conference, so it is what it is. So ISU, I'm looking forward to them next year as well. They'll be pretty good, and Iowa, of course, should be able to beat them though. They'll be a better team, I hope so. We'll see though what they do.
As much as you'd like to see the in-state teams like Iowa and Iowa State win, what's really cool about that Rutgers team is they have Eric LeGrand, who was paralyzed in a game last year. He's in a wheelchair now. He's rehabbing. He's been a real inspiration for that team. He's on the cover of Sports Illustrated a couple weeks ago, leading them out of the tunnel. And at the end of the game, Rutgers coach got on a mic and gave him a shout-out, and it was just a really touching moment, something that you really like to see in sports. The Cedar Falls boys basketball team beat Xavier on the road Tuesday night, winning by a score of 71-38. How'd you see you guys play in? And it seemed like you really had things under control. Friday night, you're playing against Wahlert now at home, getting to come back. What are you looking for Friday night, and what did you see Tuesday?
Yeah, we played a really good, strong game Tuesday night. All around defensive end, we were just much better. Help side defense we got there, and on the ball defense as well, putting ball pressure up and getting in their faces and making them commit some turnovers. And we just played well offensively, hitting a lot of shots, took a lot better shot with our shot selection, and overall it's just a lot better team effort than we had been playing before. It's great to get a win like that versus a pretty decent Xavier team. Coach said it was our best game of the year, so it's great. Hopefully we can improve on that, and hopefully this game versus Wahlert, top 5 team in 3A, we can get a win versus them Friday night at home.
The Cedar Falls girls were at home. They lost to Xavier by a score of 31-17. They found themselves trailing 8-9 at half. A real defensive struggle all game. Both teams were very well skilled in defense. Both teams had trouble getting the ball to the hoop, and the girls just couldn't pull it out. They were right in it through the first half, but second half, Xavier got the best of them. How'd you see them playing in that game and for the rest of the season? Tough loss, of course, conference loss, but they've had a strong season, and you'd expect that they'll go on the road Friday and have their confidence back up.
Yeah, Xavier's a pretty talented team, actually, in 4A for girls. They're top 5 right now, and they're a really good team, and they just tried to stall, and they just try to keep the ball away from the Cedar Falls girls' hands, and they just try to, make it their game and then make Cedar Falls play into their game scheme. So they just kept the ball away, and teams didn't really get a whole bunch of basket or a lot of shots up. Offensive struggle, pretty good defensive game. Probably wasn't very fun to watch, but hopefully the girls can just improve from this. They're getting a lot better, I think. They're getting better each and every game. So hopefully Friday can come and get a win and get their confidence back.
For another edition of Weekly Sports Talk alongside Kalehl Brown, I'm Jared Hilton.